Hi, Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and I want to welcome and say Shabbat Shalom to Rabbi Pessah. This Shabbat, we're reading Parshat Bamidbar, and when we read Parshat Bamidbar, we read about the journeys in the wilderness and what the leadership of our community has to do to organize itself in a place that could be very chaotic and dangerous. The community separates itself into different tribes, which are all connected around a common place and a common purpose. This idea of the Jewish people being one is an important idea in our thinking, but the reality is that we're made up of a lot of different types of Jews. Such has been Jewish life forever, and it is now. We typically think of Ashkenazim and Sephardim, or Orthodox, Reform, Reconstructionist, Conservative, secular Jews, all different types of Jews. And one of the things that we try to do here at B'nai Torah is to have open dialogue, respectful dialogue, and a realization of our diversity and an emphasis on pluralism. And so as a function of that, we've been open to different types of expressions here. One of the ways that has happened is through the development of a renewal service. You probably have seen it advertised, but you may not know that much as to what it's about. So this morning you're going to hear about it. And now we've developed, because of Rabbi Pessah and her followers, a pretty successful Shabbat morning renewal service. It doesn't meet every Shabbat, but meets a lot. So Amy, welcome. I'm really happy that you're part of what we do here, and I'm really happy that there are all these people that have found a home worshiping and studying with you. Would you tell us a little bit about the service that you're doing?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Shabbat Shalom. I never
Shabbat
answered,
Shalom.
so yeah. Shabbat Shalom. It's so great to be here, and the renewal service really is a place where there's more spaciousness. So what do I even mean by that? Oftentimes in a service, in a more traditional service, there's a lot of movement, a lot of prayers that need to get in a specific amount of time. And so in a renewal service, we create more space. We don't go through all of the prayers. We pick the biggies, so you can follow what's called the Matbei Tefillah, the order of the prayer service, but we leave time for contemplation, for meditation, to really pause and think about what that specific prayer means to me. As well, we have music with various instruments, and that adds to the diversity, as you mentioned, not only of the different ways that we pray, but the diversity to the kind of musical energy and flow of the service that unfolds as we meet and explore Torah and prayer.
Renewal is a pretty new concept, and it has gained a lot of strength, I think, and a lot of attention, particularly in urban areas. Can you tell us a little bit about the renewal movement, who founded it, and what is its theology, what's its philosophy, and how are we doing with it?
Okay, so in 5 seconds,
yeah.
I'll be able to share a little bit about Renewal Judaism. Renewal Judaism was founded by Reb Zalman Schachter Shalomi of blessed memory. And the way that he envisioned Renewal Judaism is pretty much what it sounds like, a renewal of Judaism. There's a deep focus on Kabbalah and Chassidut. Hasidism, I guess, would be the English translation of that. And so Reb Zalman saw Renewal Judaism as a new kind of Hasidism. So he would refer to it as Neo-Hasidut or Neo-Hasidism. And it's a way of experiencing Judaism with joy, with aliveness, with deep spirituality, with egalitarianism. That would be the new part of Hasidut. And a deep connection as well to the earth and our responsibility as caretakers of the planet, and living and experiencing Judaism with joy and deep spirituality.
One of the things that I really loved about renewal from the beginning, and it comes from some of Reb Zalman's writings, is the fact that it renewed the Jewish attachment to the natural world. It's always been there, it just hasn't been expressed so much.
Yeah.
So our festivals are really about agriculture, and they're about nature. And so it has brought that into their celebration, and that's been beautiful, and it's reminded all of us. And as I don't have to tell you, as you know, that there's also been a lot of work that's been done over the years in terms of ecology and appreciation for nature. The other thing that I want to say that I've been impressed with is its capacity to integrate other spiritual expressions that come from outside the tradition. The realization that we don't have the market on spirituality by any means, and that there are a lot of different cultures that have spiritual expressions that are beautiful.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you said that. Reb Zalman titled that spiritual vitamins. We can't get all of our spiritual vitamins from Judaism alone. We have to see what else is out there, and maybe we need some vitamins from other traditions and religions so that we can merge them more fully.
So finally, you are a rabbi. And I know you were a Jewish educator before you became a rabbi, correct?
Yes.
You have a master's in Jewish education from HUC, I believe. What did it take to become a rabbi in the renewal movement? Where did you go to school? How did you get the credits? And how long have you been ordained?
I was ordained in 2019. I began the program in 2014. It is a 60-unit program, meaning that each class is only 1 credit. So it's not like university where you would get 3 credits. So it is a minimum of 4 to 5 years, usually lasting 10 years. Oftentimes people do it part-time. It's an online program, yet we meet in person twice a year. And it's intense. It's intense and it's thorough. So there's Bible requirements, rabbinic requirements, Kabbalah requirements, Chassidut requirements, liturgy requirements, history requirements, and then another 20 plus categories in general Klei Kodesh.
And what, after your ordination, what were your expectations of yourself?
To serve however the Holy One called me. Reb Zalman talks about and uses the language of deployment. And so after one is ordained in the renewal movement, the question is, where will I be deployed? And so I am happy that I'm deployed in Boca Raton for now, and grateful to the community and especially to you and B'nai Torah for having the vision and the leadership to welcome me and Renewal Judaism into your congregation.
Well, you do a great job. I know you've had a real impact on a lot of lives, and I hope that the relationship continues for a long time.
Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Thanks
Shalom.
for doing this. Shabbat
Thank
Shalom,
you.
everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.